Okay, it's Friday afternoon, September 11th. We're just finishing up the blood drive here in the office. I'm going home to get ready for the annual 9/11 commemoration at Seaford High School. It focuses on the 5 graduates of Seaford High School who were murdered on September 11th. It's usually a very, very large community outpouring. The weather's not too good today, but I'm still very confident that we'll have a good turnout tonight. And it's just a great way to show the community of Seaford is not forgotten, and also to honor those who were murdered that day and to show our love and respect to their families. So I'm heading home now to get ready for the ceremony at Seaford High School.
I also welcome back to Seaford High School tonight any and everyone who shared, even in some small way, in the lives of Tom, Timmy, John, Rob, and Michael. Next, we welcome back to Seaford High School a longtime Seaford resident, a father of 2 Seaford High School graduates, a friend and supporter of all of our 9/11 initiatives, and a true symbol of service throughout our community, our region, our state, and the nation. 2004 Honorary Patriot Award winner, United States Congressman, the Honorable Peter T. King.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bon Jovi. And at the outset, let me thank the Haskell family, the Perry family, the Sleewack family, and the Wittenstein family for the tremendous courage and strength that they have shown for all these years, and really strengthen our entire community as a result. Let me also commend the Seaford 9/11 committee, the Seaford community, the Seaford High School, who from September 11th forward has done as much or more than any community in our county, state, or nation to honor the memory of those who lost their lives in that day, and to show that, as tragic as that day was, a tremendous amount of goodness came from it. So I am proud to be here every year. I'm proud to join with all of you, and most of all, I'm proud to be able to work the families of those who lost their lives that day, who again have demonstrated what true patriotism is about, what true courage is about, and what real strength is all about. And thanks to all of you for being here tonight, for again keeping the flame alive, for making sure that no one will ever forget the horror of that day, but also no one will ever forget the tremendous strength and courage and magnificence of the United States of America, which demonstrated itself that day and forward, and which propel us on to a magnificent victory, overwhelming victory over the forces of international terrorism. So again, thank you all very much for having me here tonight, and thank you for what you do day in and day out, year in and year out. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
The Seaford community would like to present a portfolio which contains a year's worth of commitments to service, as promised by over 150 individuals, community groups, service organizations, school district clubs and activities, all representing the call to service you have led and the myriad ways in which the citizens of Seaford will respond.
The book of Ecclesiastes tells us that there's a time for everything under the heavens, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to rejoice, a time to be sad, a time to gather, and a time to scatter. And in the history of our community here at Seaford, we have experienced many of these emotions, especially over the past 8 years. The day of 9/11 was a day of devastation and destruction. There were those who thought that we as a community, we as a nation, would be destroyed. But so different was the outcome and the results. I remember the people of the community coming together. What can I do? What needs to be done? We looked beyond every difference that there was. We all saw a common goal, a common purpose, to stand with each other as Americans, to stand with each other as neighbors, and to stand with each other as friends. In that spirit, we transformed what was arguably the worst tragedy within our lives into a moment of grace, into a moment of giving, and into a moment of love. That is what we are continuing to call to do as a community and as a nation, to stand with each other as one, to protect the freedom that God has given to us, and to be with each other in compassion in times of difficulty, pain, and suffering. It was in 1960 that a young president challenged the nation in his inaugural address, asking simply the question about what we expect of the country and what the country expects of us. The challenge of the memory of 9/11 and of Tommy and Timmy, John, Robert, and Michael is a simple question. What have we done good today? How have we made a change in another person's life? How have we offered ourselves to build a better community, to be a stronger nation? That is the legacy that we are now challenged to live up to by the events of 9/11, to look beyond ourselves and to see that we have been given a gift greater than anyone can imagine. There are those who work to strike against who we are as a people, but we as a people know that what we have been given is something we must safeguard, we must protect, and we must work together to achieve. That becomes the challenge, that becomes the goal. This night, we remember 5 young men who simply went to work to do their job. They never came back to us, but their legacy is always with us. What we do with that legacy, who we are as a people, must be in what we do for one another. We can never expect to be given, but we must always be expected to give.
In memory of all the other 2,969 victims of the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. In memory of our fallen soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan.
It's a very, very tragic story, but again, very uplifting when you see how the people came together and how the families have shown such strength.
Congressman Peter King was presented with this book, Seaford's Next Generation of Students Pledging to Serve the Community.
It's a way not to make this a holiday, not to make it any day of enjoyment, but a day where we go out and help people.